through. What do you think you did right to get your act into the finals?
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like probably what we did right, but the fact that I think that each act trusted us, and I think that having that trust and being involved and having passion, you know what I mean. I actually watched these two in their mentoring sessions, and when they're watching their acts, and they just look so excited, you know what I mean, and ready and to just work hard. And they're passionate. The passion is still there.
I also think last night something clicked. It really, really did. It was like watching the field they started to look and sound like proper recording artists. And then we saw it, on the iTunes chart, and Alex and Sarah got 3 in the top 10. It just doesn't happen. Jeff at number 4. So when you're competing with real artists, who've got careers, it just all worked last night. A few weeks ago, I'm sitting there thinking, this isn't working. And then last night, it was like, we're back on track. They're ready for the real world.
Over the course of this series, and you all 3 of you have mentioned, like, people have texted you or told you ideas. What's going to play into, like, are you going to take into consideration that when you're moving into next week?
Yeah, I'll be texting Kelly some suggestions for her act.
And I'll be pressing delete. I think that they should actually stay on whatever mental cloud they're on right now, because like Simon said, they're in a zone. They need to stay in that zone because they feel like they are just ready to go forward. They really do. An animal instinct.
You know how I'm looking at it now because of what happened last night? I think, I'm going to go in it with the attitude of I want the #1 record the following week and at the end of the year. That's going to be my attitude going into the final with these 2. So we've got to do something really special.
Simon, it seemed that yesterday with Restless Road, you were kind of asking for America's votes. Did you see the writing on the wall?
I felt it a little bit, mainly because Jeff was so strong, and Carlito suddenly just transformed. His confidence kicked in. The Mark Anthony song I thought was great. Actually, Mark cleared that song at the last minute, so thank you, Mark. Actually, not thank you, Mark. What was I saying? But like I said, he looked suddenly like a real life artist rather than a talent show contestant. So to answer your question, I was nervous.
Carlito was telling us that he would love to sing with Mark Anthony next week. Is that something that's in the works, and have the other finalists talked to you guys about who they would like to perform with?
I think Carlito can do whatever he wants from now on. I don't know if it's possible next week because short notice is not always the best, but Carlito for now on I think can do any collaborations that he will.
Could you talk a bit about the iTunes thing then, Simon? Just how happy you are about the fact that you have so many on the charts right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the stat is, but it's just like a crazy amount of numbers. Jeff's got 6 in the top 10, I think, on the rock chart. Alex and Sarah got 3 in the main chart, top 10, in the #1 position. So, that tells you that you're getting it right. Because up until this point, we weren't really reacting well enough, I think, on iTunes. And trying to find it on iTunes is quite difficult as well. You've got to really navigate your way onto it. But it's an incredible platform. And it just shows you that people are really interested in their music. And I always say this about these shows. You don't want to end the year thinking, I've just got a winner, and so what? You want to think it's the birth of their career. And all 3 of them, I've got to be honest with you, really started to focus on that.
I know you want to keep things surprised for everybody, but will any of the ladies be performing next week?
To ask them.
Here I go.
I would love to.
Yes, I am. I'm going to perform, and I will perform the 3 girls, and of course, with Simon on the top.
I actually think Simon should put a backwards cap on and be a rapper.
That's what we want. We want to get him a little bit drunk and then do something with it. On stage. You love beer. Maybe tequila.
Let's see.
You saw that last year, Kid Harmony and Limerick did not sorry, Simon, do you see that happening with any of the top 4 contestants this year?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Breakfast Road don't get Neil. I really do. I mean, they did well. It was unfortunate we didn't make it all the way, but I see a market for them. I think when we did that song, not this week, the week before, the Avicii song, that was kind of the point of what they should be doing.
Paulina and Kelly, do you think Simon's ever given the wrong song?
Hmm?
Do you think Simon's ever given the wrong song to his groups?
Yeah,
Obviously last night.
I mean, everybody can make good and bad decisions. It's all about great talent that they really trust us. And
if they deliver it, you know, you have to deliver the hell out of the song, show people how you own the song. But I think we've made some really great choices, especially towards the end as well.
Simon, what's been the highlight of the season for you so far?
It was going to #1 last week and this week with Alex and Sierra. That was the buzz. That's when you kind of think, like I said, we're now making the right decisions, and it's reacting outside of the competition. It was a real blast, and I was watching Gravity all last night. It was getting closer, closer, closer. We eventually hit #1. It was fantastic.
Paulina, can you comment on Carlito making the top 4 in the Latin chart and just in general the Latin fandom?
I think Carlito's been doing great. The fact that all contestants, not all, but Alex and Sierra, Jeff, and Carlito did it into iTunes. This doesn't happen on a reality show. But I think X Factor has this, and we're looking for a recording artist, and that's why they are on iTunes, and that's a reflection of the vote.
Okay, we're going to have our contestants join now. Jump in, guys.
Guys.
And we'll take your questions from each. Simon, you've had a lot of young talent on the show this season. We all know you're about to become a parent. How would you feel if your son wants to be a singer? And will you be as tough on them as you are on some of the contestants?
I think as long as we signed a lifelong recording contract with me, I'd be happy with that, yeah. no options.
So we know there was the baby shower last weekend. Can you say, did you have a favorite gift that Lauren received?
I wasn't there.
Did you get to go look at the gifts?
I wasn't invited, listen.
You didn't look at the gifts afterwards?
There was a lot of them, no, I haven't looked at them, there's a lot of clothes. And it's like I'm having 100 kids right now, there's that many.
So you had some great success with the One Direction movie. Might we see from Alex to Sierra at any
Who knows? But I have high hopes for these two outside of the competition, I really, really do. I think they've done brilliantly. And from when they first started, I was thinking about that first kind of quirky audition. And I really liked the two of them at the time, but I was wondering, are they going to really take this seriously? And before you got into what we were just saying, the last 2 weeks, just something just transformed. Alex always been consistent, and Sierra suddenly got her confidence up, and it was just one of those amazing things to watch. And 2 weeks ago, when they did that final performance, I remember thinking, this is the moment you're going to remember. When everything changed. To say something.
To all of the finalists, I think it was really exciting to get you guys singing when you weren't either singing for your life or singing for votes yet. I mean, especially you, Carlito, you looked so happy. Can you talk a little bit about getting that chance to perform without having to worry about all that?
Dude, I almost lost my mind. I was just like jumping around the stage. I did not want that moment to end. I still can't believe it, but you know, like I'm thankful to each and every all of the judges that have really just made sure to tell me that I can be better and better and better each and every week. I love you guys so much, and I just, I'm the happiest man in the world, and it felt so good to just be on that stage and have. You know, the competition is not over, of course, but it just felt so good to be recognized for how much hard work has been put into this, and yeah, couldn't be happier, man. I was losing my mind, as you can tell.
For a second, I thought he had a little bit too much sugar back there. I swear, I saw him dance on the ceiling for a second. I was like, okay, boo. It was so cute.
Yeah.
For Alex and Sierra, with Jeff and Carlito peaking at the perfect time, does that help or hurt your chances in your eyes for the finale next week?
I think it's incredible that they're doing so well. You know, we want to be up against the best of the best, and I think that the people that we've been up against in this competition are the best of the best. And we've gotten this far doing what we've done, and I think that as long as we continue to do that, then we'll still be able to fight in this competition.
Hey, can you just grab one of the mics there in the corner so we can hear you? Thank you.
Sorry about that. You know how this works.
Here we go. Thank you.
Sierra, you're the last girl standing. How does it feel?
That's weird. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of being around boys all the time. We talk about hot girls and stuff, but he doesn't. I don't know. If someone told me I would be the last girl in the competition for my first one, I would be like, you're crazy. Sorry, but I don't know. It's cool.
Kelly, you had a very emotional moment last night with Jeff, and you've been in his shoes many times. Can you talk about, and Jeff too, feel free to talk about that dynamic of judging versus performing, and all the energy and the passion that goes into that.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Kelly for everything. She's helped me through some really hard times and helped me come out of my shell when I had a lot of walls around me and I used to hide behind those as a performer. And she really helped me just break through those walls and to express that kind of freedom is something I can't really put into words. And to see her break down like that, it completely broke my heart. I want to go out there and give her a hug, but I didn't want security to...
No, not at all. Those were honestly happy tears, and tears like just because I'm really happy for Jeff, and I'm thankful that he trusted me above anything. I said that yesterday. It's a really dynamic relationship, no matter what relationship you have, but like ours was just so unique in the fact that I know how he put up all these walls, and I'm just like, I just want to get through, so that he can put those walls down and show us who he is. And he's done that, and I'm just very grateful to him, happy that he's here.
So the best thing I heard Jeff say all of last season, throughout the whole series on that tape, when you're in the sing-off, you actually said, you know what, I actually want to kill the competition, because that is how the music business works. You can't be nice and succeed. And I've been on so many shows where people say they love each other. They can like each other, but they shouldn't actually love each other because they don't. It's all about winning, and I saw that in you yesterday, and I actually respect you for that. You and I could be good friends.
For Jeff.
You two are fine. You can love each other. Just like anybody else.
You're saying Hallelujah last season, and now full circle moment. It's charting in the iTunes top 10. What's that feel like?
Oh man, it's it's a story in itself just to be able to sing that song again, because I've been trying to live up to that moment last year at my audition. It was something I've been trying to live up to ever since then, because it was such a raw emotional moment for me, and it was one of those moments where I somehow I let those walls down because it meant so much in that moment. And I've been trying to do that ever since. And to have that song be America's Choice meant that it meant something to them too. And being able to do that again was it was amazing. I can't even put that in words, so I don't even know what to say about that. I'm glad it's doing well.
Jeff, were you able to talk to your dad and son after the results tonight?
I talked to my dad because my dad was here. I haven't talked to my son since 2 days ago. So I'm going to call him probably tomorrow since he's probably already in bed. But
Simon, congratulations on the success of the 1D movie. Huge hit, and it's coming out on DVD just in time for Christmas.
17th of December.
What can we
Footage you haven't seen before. If you're a One Direction fan, you'll love it. It's better than the movie.
Better than the movie? What are we going to see in all the unseen footage?
You have to buy the DVD to see that. If I tell you I have to do it.
He means that, by the way.
Mario, you almost gave us a heart attack with that pause. That commercial break and stuff before announcing the first finalist. What was going through your head when you did that?
Well, to try to have my best poker face and not give any indication with eyebrows or whatever, looking at any particular contestant when I'm about to say it. And I'm a horrible poker player, so I'm surprised I pulled it off. But it was all about building the tension, the drama, and I think that I'm so excited just on a personal level for all these finalists because they're all extremely different. They're all so talented, and I think at this point, as we've seen in many other Simon shows, that they can all prosper and not necessarily have to win because they're already at the final playing field. But
we're all
obviously-
trying to win.
But obviously, that's the ultimate goal, and they want to win. But that's nice. It's nice to know that that can still happen.
Mario, do you see a pattern similar to last year, whereas I think people would think that Carlito was the underdog, and Fifth Harmony, or Emblem 3, kind of the underdog, and they can be fourth, Harmony can be third, Carlito, you know, you have a chance to be 1, 2, or 3, you see kind of something going on here, similarity with successful after the show?
Well, that's case in point to what I was just saying. Those two, for example, didn't win, but yet they're going on tour with Demi. They're both going on tour, both being successful. And Carlito's like our Rocky this season. He was in the bottom two a couple times, and I think what resonated with America is they really appreciate when someone wants it so bad, and you can see them fighting. And I think he really struck a chord. Not to mention he had his best performances. You know, I think it's gonna be interesting next week.
Couple more questions.
So Alex has said the reason he came to the show was so that he could hear from you what he thought of the music. So, can you talk a little bit, we'd like to hear your point of view of what your work relationship is like in general, and how you pick the songs, and how you have some discussions sometimes. And
well, actually, I think they've chosen more songs than I have, to be honest with you. I mean, that's the relationship we've had from day one. And when you have that relationship, you know, you trust them, it works. I may not always agree. I mean, but in the main, I think, you know, it's what I wanted the relationship to be. I want it to be a partnership, not me saying you've got to sing this, you've got to sing that. It doesn't work that way. So we're going to have some conversations now about next week. Sweet. And then one song that won't be on the list.
Which is?
I won't say.
I was going to actually ask each of the finalists if they could just talk about what making the finals means to them.
I played my first gig 21 years ago, and it's been a really long road. It's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and I never knew if this moment was going to come. And to stick with it through all that time, even though I never knew this moment was going to come, and now to have it here means everything to me.
You know, I've been fighting for so many years just to be able to be in a position to where, you know, I could just love what I do and my job be full-time music. And you know, I feel like there's been a void in the market for Latin artists for a long time. I remember back in the day, turning on the radio, there was nothing but Latin artists dominating radio, and that kind of faded away. And I definitely want to be able to bring back, you know, the true R&B and hip hop, and I definitely want to, you know, put a new Latin face to music, and still at the same time just be able to tour all around the world. And I feel like just being here, it's my chance, and it's an amazing opportunity, and I'm so in love with life right now, and I'm just so blessed. And I mean, just want to represent for everybody that ever struggled, and everybody that had never thought anything like this could happen. We're all living proof that anything is possible. We're just regular average Joes, and now all of a sudden we're the top 3, and I'm one of the biggest shows in the world, so it's amazing.
I did flip a Mario then.
Much more polite.
I mean, we didn't even think our audition tape would get watched at all, so to make it to the finals, it means a lot, not just as artists and singers, but as people I know I don't know, it means a lot that I came in not really thinking I could sing at all, and so I guess it means I can if we made it this far, unless he's just carrying the team, but...
No, we haven't been at it as long as, like, say, Jeff, but, you know, we still want it just as bad. We've got to fight, and I think that the finals are going to be a really, really good show.
I think you're going to see something next week which we haven't seen for a long time. You've got 3 artists who represent the area of music really, really clearly here, and they're all really good. And I think this is going to be a proper battle. And I'm going in it now with these guys, obviously to win it. We've got stiff competition. But I feel like we've got recording artists competing with each other. I like this feeling.
Thank you, everybody. That concludes